All right. Hello, hello. How you doing, Glenn?
Good.
Good to hear. Are there any questions you want answered up front? And about Kingdom
Uh,
Hearts in general?
can't think of any.
In a good way or a bad way?
I don't know.
What are some bits of lore you haven't understood so far?
Uh,
Well then.
it's harder to think of it than you think it is.
It probably is, yeah. Well, this is the first thing we're watching is the trailers for Final Fantasy Versus 13. Something that for a while was Nomura's pet project, basically.
Hmm.
Yes, this is the best quality this first one is in. I have it set to
Ooh.
4K. This is just the best we have it in. There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
Was this ever released?
Not in its true form, which I will get to later. This is the first teaser trailer for the game, though. And as you can already tell, it was a very different game. An isolated nation protected by an ancient line of kings. A modern civilization alive with the crystals.
Let's see.
That is somewhat what Nomura was doing. He wanted to take mechanics from Final Fantasy, like from Kingdom Hearts, and put them into a Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
Final Fan. This line here, Final Fantasy has a long history of telling stories involving crystals and magic crystals and whatnot. And this
All right.
game was to be a part of what would be known as the Favula Nova Crystallis, aka the Tale of the New Crystals series. These games would share a connected backstory lore style thing, connected mythology really, and that was what tied them together, was their mythologies. This is called Final Fantasy Versus 13, as it was not the mainline project of the series. That would be Final Fantasy 13 itself.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought the idea was that it was going to be Final Fantasy versus Organization 13.
Lone Kingdom fighting to forestall the other world from imposing its heretic order. The struggle for the final crystal is merely a prologue to the chronicles of a new era. No, the game, it does not have direct ties to Kingdom Hearts' story. This is mainly here for getting into the headspace of a fan of Kingdom Hearts and whatnot at the time. But like, you have to admit, it is pretty cool.
Yeah. Why are they doing that? Maybe if we didn't start shooting at him, he wouldn't have to bring out the swords.
For
Okay.
PlayStation 3. Oh, sure.
Why did it just show 1 second of that guy again? More.
Yeah, there's multiple trailers we're going through.
Okay.
This was the main character of the game, not just Lucis.
They're in the last one.
And they were just like, the bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the bodies were there. Yeah.
Okay.
What he is controlling is what is known as the royal arms, which are weapons of past kings handed down with magical properties.
Huh.
You don't have everything from its original form, but that is what it became to be known as. You'll also notice that whenever he uses his powers or magic, his eyes turn red.
I see.
And he has the ability to... This actually made it into what ended up becoming of this game. He can teleport like this.
Okay.
And it's honestly the best part of that game.
I find it interesting how you keep referring to it as this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm assuming there's going to be a reveal of what game it is.
Final Fantasy Versus 13. For PlayStation 3. Not the console it ended up launching on in its final form.
Oh, great.
It got delayed a console generation.
Is this going to end up being Kingdom Hearts at some point?
No.
Alright.
It did not turn into a final... it did into a Kingdom Hearts project. But this was... Basically every event in the world was that he would talk about this game primarily. He would be asked about this game primarily. Everyone was excited for Versus 13.
It feels weird for them to be having all these things with swords, and then they're just driving modern cars.
There's guys with guns.
Oh, hello.
That seems somewhat ineffectual. Hi.
Hey, Jamie.
Hi. Which game is this?
I'm currently going over what was happening at SquareEnix during the time. It'd be from like post Kingdom Hearts 2 to shortly after Dream Drop Distance. This game was going to be one of the first truly open world games produced by SquareEnix. But boy, did its engine hold it back. Because they were using the same engine design for Final Fantasy Versus 13. They switched 3 engines before the game it ended up as the game it became.
Oh.
But Nomura brought everyone he loved to work with him on this project. But so many people got pulled to other projects to work on.
Oh boy.
They were having so much trouble with their internal engine, known as Crystal Tools, that he had like no one helping him to work on this. It never got into full production for like 5 years. This thing didn't it didn't just experience development hell. It experienced development super hell.
I don't even know if I would know what game this turned into. Was it even a Final Fantasy game once it was done?
Yes, it was a Final Fantasy game when it was done.
Okay, cool. Why?
They have to make the game look
Pokemon?
Why do you have that?
While most in the game's lore, the kingdom that Noctis is from used their crystal to advance society itself. Their technology for like electricity, that sort of thing. Most every other nation used it to advance their weaponry and warfare.
Huh.
Oh, I forgot. I need to have closed captions on. He didn't actually say anything there, but I do need them on.
That guy really likes carrying around his gun.
Yeah, that is his main weapon.
He's not even holstering it, he's just like carrying it over his shoulder.
Uh-huh.
So, this was the main heroine of the game, named Stella Nox Floret. We don't know a lot about her.
Okay.
Does she end up still being the heroine, or
No. She was
Heroine?
replaced.
Oh.
Her role taken by another. Basically, they replaced her character with a different one.
how is it? Sharp camera movement?
There's something either good or bad, but thinking makes it sense.
Shakespeare exists in Final Fantasy?
No, they're just using that as a quote. Oh, just like, yeah, this is what we're basing
He does now.
our story around.
I don't know enough about Final Fantasy to make any joke.
Basically the same trailer again, I think, for like the first part.
Yeah, it really likes showing the same scenes over and over.
You could tell this
Of the
is
guy with
this
the
is all
rocket
the
launcher.
demo footage we've come up with so
Fucking
far. That's where they were at.
Stop
This
punching.
was,
It's disintegrated!
this was shown off at the This was shown off in the special edition of the Advent Children's DVD, which was as a movie based off as a sort of a sequel to Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
It was like a feature-length movie and everything.
Those just cubes. Sorry, I'm looking at the furniture. Until I was
We
like
actually get voice lines
11,
now.
so my
Yep. This
I only had like a Wii and an N64 until I was like 11, so my standards are in the ground.
I feel that. Even though I had modern consoles, I still played a lot of older titles because I really liked my Wii. This right here becomes the main tagline of the game for the rest of its existence, both as Versus 13 and its next title. This is a fantasy based on reality.
So, because Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Pretty impressive, right?
They have
Massive
screens in the
flying
back of the
ships.
chair.
I almost said sheeps. Massive flying sheeps. No, those are ships.
He's got a stick.
It's like a combination of 20 different time periods.
But it
Yeah,
looks
it's like that.
cool. It looks so cool. So yeah,
It does
the
look
king-
really cool, but it's really confusing, like
Also,
trying to
they're-
piece together like how
Yeah.
these.
They're driving in a car from Speed Racer.
So, part of Tokyo was the kingdom. Is the kingdom Noctis is what it was. The kingdom was based off of.
誰かさん
I believe Shinjuku is the correct one. No, Shibuya. Shibuya, not Shinjuku. Maybe Shinjuku's in there. It is
This one
part of the greater
feels like
Tokyo
it-
metropolitan area, I believe. So do I.
This one feels like it comes from the game
Center will
itself.
Open the door to welcome the soul's dead. When that happens, a bright light shall shine down from the sky over the land of the dead. Few people.
Oh, they changed
Yep.
the chandelier.
Did you receive any power from them? I don't know if it's Cetra's life or what, but I don't like seeing them.
Alright, thanks. Something different now?
But I wonder, why are there people who can see it and others who can't?
Mm.
I keep thinking that has some sort of special meaning. Also, we can actually see the
Oh,
light this
it's there
time.
in the sky.
We actually I can see it this time. We couldn't the last time in the last trailer.
Oh,
Like
I
this,
thought they were just looking at like the stars, and I was
No,
like,
This is Etro's light.
What is
that
it?
is noticeable.
Like there's something I
Dude.
should be doing.
And also, there's other people around, so there's a.
Only
I
those
was
who
gonna
have
ask
had
why she
near-death
was there.
Experiences can see it. Is what it is. So your
All
average
right.
person can't really see it. Eyes that see the light of inspiring souls. I see. So you were being used, huh? However, you cannot become a king.
Those two
Very
things do not
shiny.
feel like they're related.
I will not turn over the throne to anyone.
Oh, it's probably
My
part of the
name
larger
will go down in
conversation.
history as the last king.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be not good for
An
like?
act of love
everything?
for the last king.
Ah!
I'm Spider-Man?
Like,
That was not necessary.
but
Sorry.
It was cool.
Oh, we get
Oh, we can tell
gameplay.
it's
Great.
Great
Gameplay now.
gameplay.
Oh,
On the PS,
oh, no.
Okay.
On the PS3, you have a cutscene like that, and then you're straight into gameplay. Insane to the time. Also, get our first second time.
Wow.
You can see the Kingdom Hearts influence on the command.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah, we got
command- the command
Noctis,
in
Ignite, and
its
GLaDOS.
Style was made by Kingdom Hearts. Ignis, Gladius, Noctis are main character.
Yep. Ignis,
You're also able to
GLaDOS.
see everyone in combat on the right side. Live. virtually.
Wow.
繁栄を続ける
That is actually kind of cool.
ニフルハイム側の
And you can hot swap between
最高の結末だと
characters.
つまり徹底抗戦とクリス
So
タル
that
I don't know
later,
what that means.
それでいいんだな
you can change which character you're playing as on the fly in battle.
俺の強さを見てたろうか
Alright.
What is it they're fighting? What those flying
Mystery
things?
power, isn't it? It must be tiring.
時間が必要だ
You need more time.
X Arts. X Arts? I don't know if
Interactive
to say it as
environment,
a word.
combat. I think it was going the whole 9 yards. Oh hey look, sepia tone memory.
What does that mean?
Nothing. I just find it funny.
Oh,
Okay.
this guy's either really tall or you're really short.
待てよ一番
that is a flashback from Noctis when he was a kid. So yeah, you're really
Oh,
if you're a president.
犠牲者が増える
なんで
Why?
奴らの狙いはお前
Because
だ
you are their target.
人質にして
They probably want to take you hostage and have advantage in negotiations.
さら交渉ありえない
Negotiate-
俺が全員倒してやる
negotiations. At this point, I'll beat them all. But
残念だ
unfortunately, you aren't
お前はそこ
that
まで強くはない
は
I don't know. The first trailer and the second trailer and the third trailer would beg to differ.
Double jump. You
That's
could
just a
ban
tag.
it.
Might have been shown in the fourth trailer too. Oh, hi.
Over. Sorry, I was reading the signs. I wanted to know what businesses they have in this. I didn't get to read the whole thing though.
Amazingly, this character actually made it somewhat into the final game.
All right.
She has
And they
like
still do
no
that?
actual importance.
Oh, great.
Me too, because you brought it up when you were talking about Kingdom Hearts.
So, that is because this was Tetsuya Nomura's baby. From verses 13 to 15. To Final Fantasy 15.
All right.
Let's watch the final trailer before I go into full depth of what happened. Because you can see a few of the cracks starting to show on this next one.
Uh-oh. Well, there's the
Oh.
first one.
It's always this thing.
It's always this
What?
thing.
That.
This is a fantasy based on it.
Breaking stuff.
None of this destruction is in the final game.
Whose
Does it
car
just stay
was that?
still, or is that entire area not there? Is that guy still? It's not a rocket launcher. That's just a gun.
Why is only a single guy now?
Why are they not
Good
all
question.
shooting? He's just standing there.
Who's this?
That's from Amto and Gladiolus.
With this big sword gun thing. I did not get a good look at that.
I'd like to point out
That's
what's going on with
interesting.
the attack button. They've in the final game of Final Fantasy 15, you do not have to press the attack button multiple times to attack. You can just hold it for some reason, and
Okay.
it'll auto attack, which I find stupid. So you can sort of in that clip, you can sort of see the implementation of it and what it looks like in the back end.
What is it with it having like cops and then just like doom monsters?
The camera work on this is atrocious. Who would move their
why-
camera with the gameplay?
Just the way that we have these enemies, and then they're also just driving Toyotas.
Well, they're just knights, so they're just like medieval knights with guns.
To be fair, they're literally genetically engineered super soldiers.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's expected.
That was just like a modern day cop car. That accent does not exist in the final game.
Great.
He adored the story he wanted to tell from this game. When you see him talk about it, his eyes lit up at how excited he was to tell this story. And how excited he was to make this game. And he was not allowed to make it. He had it pulled out from under him and was told, go work on Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
At that point, couldn't he just figure out a way to make it himself?
He doesn't
Sure,
want
no
to.
money.
He doesn't want to jump ship it from the company he's worked for since the 90s.
That's also fair, but
But also,
at the same time, how would they stop him?
he also has his other child, Kingdom Hearts. And he's not getting the ability to tell the story of Kingdom Hearts without Disney and Square Enix there.
He could just still make it.
Yeah. that he got pulled from the project, and
If he's the Kingdom Hearts guy, then they can't really fire him.
yeah, but he can't exactly still make it without the team, and the team kind of is at the whim of the higher ups. So yeah, that is that was like the big thing he was working on for a long time. Basically in the background of every game we've played after 2.
Wow.
He was also working on
I didn't even
this.
know there were that many Kingdom Hearts games back then.
Yep. Since
They
like
just named weird things. It's not easy to get like a linear thing from what they're named. Like
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3. 3 comes way after a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So is this whole movement they're trying to do still happening?
I have no idea.
The last
I'm
trailer looks like it
joking.
was made in 2013, and the PS4 came out in like 2014. I want to say
This video is 4 years old.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Wait, when
Okay, that's
when did
recent.
all this happen? When was Final Fantasy 15 released again?
Either 2015 or 2016.
I see. I thought it would have been much later.
Nope. But the game had been in development since 2005 in some formal way. 2005,
Wow.
2006. So yeah, it was work.
That's 10 years.
Yeah, it took a long time, and Nomura, none of this was Nomura's fault, because his team kept getting pulled to different projects to work on, such as Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, which is the second sequel to 13, despite it not being titled that. And Final Fantasy 14, which is online. And Final Fantasy 14 Online: A Realm Reborn. Because the original Final Fantasy 14 sucked so bad, they had to completely re-release the game as a new game.
Wait, what made it suck?
The performance was horrendous. There were like barrels of flowers that had just as many polygons as the character models.
Why? You're not looking at them that hard.
Yeah. The original 14 apparently was not good. I've never played it, and I don't think I can ever play it.
I think
I'm
the
guessing
only
it got
Final
pulled.
Fantasy game I've ever played was 1.
From stores.
Ooh,
And-
yeah, Final Fantasy 1's pretty good. I like 1.
Yeah, I just remember how I ended up in a position where I needed to heal, but healing cost money, and the only way to get money was to fight, which means I needed to heal more.
Yeah, you kind of end up in that loop for a little bit at the beginning until you start leveling up and getting more MP. So like you can do the occasional cure on yourself after you buy the cure spell.
I didn't even think about using MP with that.
Or technically spell slots is what they had then, because you had a certain amount of casts of each spell you had before you had to go to an inn to rest or drink an ether or whatever. Yeah, the original Final Fantasy was a tad weird and very D&D inspired.
All right.
1 second, I'm gonna go get water.
All right. But yeah, that's what it was. This whole thing, his pet project, summed up in 30 minutes of trailers. He did not get to tell the story. I can't show comments, probably, because there's probably people mentioning stuff that are spoilers.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I can scroll through the comments for a while. Wait, no, I can't. Let me make sure streams. That's good.
So what's stopping everyone from just trying again?
Accounting department.
What?
I said accounting department. Jokingly.
Not sure what that's about.
I'm making a joke that they don't have the money to try it again, and at least without
Oh.
proper approval. They can't just work on it in secret. They have to get the approval to do it.
Can they not have? Based on how people feel about it, I feel like if they made some kind of fundraiser, they'd get the money.
It's not that they don't have the money; it's that they don't have the permission to use the money. The specific team that would want to work on this, and also the engine it was originally going to be on flopped hard in its second game, which was. Have you heard of the game Forsaken?
No.
So that
I
was
feel like I have.
that was the second game from the sub studio under Square Enix called Luminous Studios, which Luminous was the final engine that was developed that was used to develop Final Fantasy 15. So, yeah. So.
Okay, I've looked it up, and so far I've gotten.
Forspoken, not Forsaken.
I'm assuming you don't mean the 1998 video game.
No.
So what did you
They
say it
went back in
was?
time to
Forspoken.
release it so it would look good.
Wait, what?
Forspoken. Is the
I
game.
looked up Forsaken.
What
I
kind of
said the
title
wrong
is
one at first.
Forspoken?
And a very bad one. For a very bad
What
game.
does that even mean?
It's a survival game, apparently.
It is not a survival game. I've played it.
Is that just the genre listed?
Hold on. Yeah, the genre is survival game, and then in Wikipedia it says it's an action role-playing game.
Yeah. ARPG.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where'd the survival game come from? Is that the right game?
I have no idea what's going on. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore.
So this next video is I feel like it explains like one of the core things of the Fabula Nova Crystallis.
Oh, that's still going on?
No, it's not, but I feel like a certain thing about this reminds me of
We have to leave before the army.
this is from Final Fantasy 13.
That's a pulse brand.
It's a scene from it.
Okay.
I already told you that.
Tattoo.
Are the enemies of Cocoon.
Why do you just have a
So they should
revolver?
die?
Listen, if she fails her
Why are you
focus,
reaching for a gun?
This is one of the ones
I can't
that are
hear
much
what they're
more
saying.
sci-fi.
You
They're
can't.
more sci-fi than true fantasy.
Sarah!
I had my volume too low and I couldn't hear what they were saying.
Oh.
Sorry, I was not expecting floating platform.
Is that my hero?
I feel like floating platform does not belong in the same game as normal revolver.
The Smith & Wesson Bone Crusher will forever be the strongest weapon.
Let's get you out of here.
Hands off.
No
I'm
matter the
taking you
time
home.
period.
Sis.
I'm not your sister. You couldn't protect her. It's your fault she can save us. Sarah, you can save us. Protect us all.
Why are you gonna...
Save Cocoon. Save Cocoon? Sarah, that was your focus?
Anything.
Are
I'll do anything.
any of these people from the same game?
I'll protect
All of them are
Cocoon. I'll
called
save
Final
everyone.
Fantasy 13.
Somehow.
Great.
I'll make this right.
You just relax.
This was just the style at the time.
Thank you.
It's very eclectic, I must say.
What?
Oh wait, are we having another somebody disintegrates?
Not quite disintegrates.
Square Enix just like doing this?
Is she gonna explode? She's turning into crystals.
Yeah, that actually is what's happening. You are correct.
Oh.
Why? What? This is very interesting to watch as someone who knows nothing about Final Fantasy.
Sarah!
This is specifically this is specific to the Fabula Nova Crystallis sub-franchise.
Great.
Crystal.
We'll see who fulfilled their focus. transformed into crystal and gain eternal life.
Just like the story.
I don't think that's what happened. Pretty sure she died.
Sweet dreams.
That's the
Sweet
opposite of
dreams.
eternal life.
She's not sleeping. She's
She's rocks.
She's alive. The legend. Remember the legend. Lassie, who fulfilled their focus, turned to crystal and gained eternal life. It's the same with Sarah. Eternal life. She's not dead.
She's not
Sarah's
moving.
my bride to be. I promise to be hers forever.
So a brief explanation. Lassie received their focus from something called a fal'Cie, which is basically a minor god.
Okay.
I don't care how many years I have to wait.
Those words mean nothing.
It's over.
Yes, they do basically mean
Open
nothing.
your
That is
eyes
correct.
and face reality.
I'm
Sarah.
not the biggest fan of 13.
Does becoming a Lassie really mean losing everything?
But it is somehow.
Now
really
what?
popular. See, I feel like this influenced.
The army.
Yeah,
The army.
outside.
What?
They have cyber.
Those are
dragons.
dragons.
They have cyber dragons. I would like to mention these are like literal digital conjurations.
That looks like
That's the fal'Cie.
something from a Sonic game.
That's a fal'Cie. Is what we're
It
looking at.
does.
That feels like what would happen if you mixed every Sonic final boss into one.
Including Eggman.
Yeah, it kind of does.
So, yeah,
Kinda.
what we're looking at
Maybe
right
something you
now,
made.
this is a fal'Cie. They are currently inside.
Okay.
The main cast is currently inside of this.
What?
Yeah,
I'm shooting lasers at it?
So they're buildings.
they're somewhat buildings that are also minor gods.
Okay.
Are they killing it?
Yes, that is what they are attempting to do.
Is it working?
Somewhat.
The lasers don't seem to be working, or they're just taking a minute.
I think those are there to like put it in stasis or stun it or something. I don't know.
Well,
Anyway,
that would answer
like
my
I
question
said,
I was
our
about
main
to ask,
cast
which
is
is why
inside
isn't
of
it
there.
doing anything about this?
To explain the surroundings.
What's happening?
It must be a sanctum strike. Bring down the vestige and the fal'Cie right with it.
Aren't they taking it back to Pulse?
Sure.
That's what the patch was, right?
All they care about is getting everything from Pulse off Cocoon. Dead or alive, it's all the same.
We can't stay
In
here.
case you're confused about things that I'm not explaining, it's because I don't think they're important to explain for like on the greater mythos.
Okay.
It's just that this happens to be the shortest way to explain what the heck crystal stasis is. Which
Alright.
I feel like
Hold
this
on.
looks a lot like the forming of it. I feel like that influenced what happened to Eon and how she looked when she disappeared.
I completely forgot what she looked like when she
Day
disappeared.
with the fal'Cie.
It was kind of like
Got
what
some things to talk about.
I forget her name looked when
What?
she was
You
crystal.
gonna
She just turned into rocks and
Are you out of your mind, kid?
Floated
That's
off
it.
That
into
thing wants
nothingness.
to chew us up and spit us out.
Instead of staying
Well,
around.
What do you want me to do?
She flew off in like shards.
What?
let's not do that again.
We just redid the HD collection. No, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again.
Hold on. Okay, so I like how they did Kingdom Hearts, and then they did Chain of Memories, which was basically a Kingdom Hearts remake, and then they did Recoded, which was also a Kingdom Hearts remake, and then they did the HD collection, and then they were just like, all right, let's do another Kingdom Hearts remake, and they were just like, no, not again.
To be fair, this started development before the HD collection. In fact, the Sora model
point.
from this game, the Sora and Riku models from this game, were actually what were used in the because they lost a bunch of the art assets for the original Kingdom Hearts. They used the Sora and
Oh.
Riku models from this as the replacements.
they really they just really like remaking Kingdom Hearts 1 to the point where the one thing that was stopping them from remaking Kingdom Hearts 1 is the fact that they just remade Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah, yeah. That kind of is what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, it eventually evolved into the what I consider the last full game before we reach Kingdom Hearts 3.
Huh.
But there is still more to go before we reach Kingdom Hearts 3, because
Right.
after we finish Dream Drop Distance, we both have Kingdom Hearts Key to get through, which we'll be watching the fan dub of, and Kingdom Hearts 0.2 a fragmentary passage.
Was the final chapter prologue thing just fully canceled?
Yes.
Okay.
As you saw, some of it ended up in recoded, some of it ended up as fragmentary passage itself.
All right.
But fragmentary passage is I don't consider a full complete game. A, because oh my goodness, it's so short. It's basically a tech demo. B, it is the equivalent of remember the Roxas section from Kingdom Hearts 2? It's basically that, but for what would have been Kingdom Hearts 3. But instead, they've now chopped it off and packaged it as a tech demo. That still has canon importance.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I can't think of any.
All right. Definitely the best way to experience this, the original 3D. Yeah, I agree with this top comment here. I'm gonna give it a like.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spazbot, John21NE1 Gaming, and 13th Vessel for posting all this stuff that we've watched today.
Yeah.
I'm going to add this to my watch later. And that is all I have to show today. Can't explain.
All right.
Unless we
that
want
was insane.
Yeah, just over an hour. Unless we want to
Yep.
actually get into Kingdom Hearts 3D today. You said you didn't want to.
Probably gonna wait on that. What's the fourth video?
That was I think
There will never be another game like Final Fantasy 15 because it's a whole-ass AAA title that stumbled backwards into accurately portraying the intense boredom and low-level existential crisis of going on a road trip with your college friends. This was accomplished by having it stuck in development hell for 10 years. It's an open-world game that actively sucks to explore. The clock on the dashboard works in-game, even though you literally cannot see it without mods. There's whole swaths of interesting locations that are alluded to, but the primary setting is the empty plains of Midwest America. There's bespoke animations for your party members.
They're just in America?
The entire magic
does not
system
actually
is
take
completely
place in America.
inscrutable.
It
It has
just-
the
that's
most
what it feels
masterful
like.
emotional
It
storytelling
feels
through
like you're in
sheer UI
Midwest America.
choices that I have ever seen in a video game. We had to ask one of the creative heads of the project to leave 7 years into development because he got really invested in making the game a musical. It's like lightning in a bottle, but way less
What?
Did not actually get
Tempest in
invested
an
in
empty
making
mayo
the game
jar.
a musical. I would like to
Okay.
add to that. He did not get invested in making the game a musical. That is not a real thing.
Great.
Although he did really want to make Final Fantasy 12 a musical. But around when it was switching to Final Fantasy 15, he was planning to act much like Final Fantasy 7 Remake is, have it released in 3 separate parts
But
as 3 separate games.
what?
So basically, everything we've seen in trailers so far would have been for game up until we actually hit the 15 era, would have been a part of game 1 in some form.
Oh boy, that's a lot.
Yeah. And then there would have been a game 2 that covered more, and then game 3. And he wanted like your progress to carry through between them somehow and stuff. It would have been really cool, honestly.
Yeah, I can see that.
Stella,
all right.
Laura. I would like to mention the thing about Stella is that she was replaced with Lady Luna Freya, a much less interesting character, or just because, oh my goodness, it would have been nigh impossible for Nomura to make a worse character, in my opinion. Or less
Oh.
interesting character. They are like the most bland female protagonist, in my opinion.
Great.
If white bread could be a character, it is Lady Luna Freya.
At least white bread is good if you put it with other stuff.
True. Oop, I did not mean to do that. Everybody's supposed to have extra
Also, I've been
batteries.
talking, but I turned off my microphone.
Oh no!
I don't remember anything I said, so.
Darn.
All right.
Do you have any questions about anything?
Not really.
No, I can't think of any.
All right. Any Kingdom Hearts questions in general? That you
No.
that might have, seeing the basically the entire story played out in the most simplistic way possible might have prompted. Like it's such a cool and good looking intro that like you can't complain that it's just the game, the entire story up to this point being really told in front of you.
Yeah.
It's good
can't really
games
think
where,
of
like,
anything.
being told about what happened in the game doesn't ruin it.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I should probably go now.
All right then. Bye, Gallade.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Hope anyone watching this enjoyed.